What's going on, everybody? All right, this is Brother Dwayne. Wanted to do a quick video before I turned in for the night. So I've been doing a lot of research and looking into these Bible verse changes, and I've also been looking at just a lot of online research and looking at translations. I've been looking at the Greek Septuagint, the um, Latin Vulgate, some of the older translations in the Middle and Old English. And I've noticed something that I wanted to point out right now, and that is specifically at this point, I'm going to talk about um, Google Translate. When you have these kind of interlinear Bible translations, or they're translating for you, so you'll have like right here is the native Latin and the Latin Vulgate. All right. And this right here is in regards to Mark chapter 2, verse 22. I'm going down and I want to show you what it says. And this was a resource I was using before that was very good for me in studying. But things changed. It's kind of strange. Before this said wineskins in the translation down here below, but now they've changed it to bottles. But if you can actually read the Latin up here, you can actually read plain and clearly what it says. So, like for instance, the word for skins or skin is uterus, and that is literally kind of like it sounds, uterus. That is the Latin word for skins that's used in the Bible. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in Google Translate, and I want to show you what happens. The bottom line is, when you put in some of these Latin or Greek phrases, these scripture verses in something like a Google Translate, for Google Translate, what'll happen is, once the algorithm determines that you've put in a Bible verse, okay, if it can relate it to a Bible verse at all, it's going to automatically convert it into this kind of a post Mandela effect version of it. But if you trick it, if you trick the system or you modify it in such a way, it'll actually reveal the true translation. So that's why I say that this Mandela effect situation is a combination of things. We are dealing with fallen angel technology. We are dealing with quantum physics and some extreme tech that's going on right now, and it's a great deception. There's a lot of things that we can't explain and I can't explain, but I do want to show you just my findings here. So I'm gonna go to Google Translate, and I want you to take a look here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this phrase right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into Google Translate, and it's gonna pretty much translate out like this: and no man putteth new wine into old bottles, otherwise the wine will burst the bottles, and both the wine will be spilled and the bottles will be lost, so on and so forth. But I'm gonna show you what happens when you play around with it. So I'm in Google Translate. You can clearly see I have the Latin and I have the English right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. All right. And so you can see right here, we have our Latin and we have the English. And it says, and no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles. All right? But that's not how it should be translated. All right? As you edit this and you modify some things, it'll actually break it down like it's supposed to. So here, and I want to make this video quick. I know I could talk a lot. This is the word that can be used for and then Nemo is no man, and then this word right here is for puts or set. Venom, obviously, is wine. Novellum, right? New. N is just N. And then you're looking at skin. This is the word. Veteris is old. So anyway, let me go ahead and modify this to break the algorithm so it does not look at this as though it's a Bible verse. And I'm going to show you the truth. All right, so when we break it apart right here, it goes down to, and no man putteth new wine into old bottles. Again, it's still grabbing the algorithm that this is a Bible verse. That's why it's saying putteth. It shouldn't. It should. Why is it translating? It's like this kind of Middle English type situation. So again, I do want you to understand that this word right here is a word for old. But I'm going to go ahead and break that off. And once you break that off, then you get, and no man putteth new wine into old wineskin. So somehow, again, there's nothing here that states old, okay? But somehow it's able to recognize the old algorithm of basically saying, and no man putteth new wine into old wineskins. The moment though I put Vitetas back in there, it puts it as bottles. And I'm not sure if it'll catch it, but if I just take this out, yeah, see, you can see how I translate Vitetas as old, ancient, old shops, old booths, so on and so forth. So the bottom line is that there's some type of algorithmic thing going on when it comes to Google. So I'm not sure what's going on. But there you go. All right. Have a good night, everybody.